Bismillah Rahman Rahim. La ilaha illallah Sayyidina Muhammad Fatih Lima Ubligo Wakati Min Lima Sabagan Nala Rahaka Hak Wahali La Siratika Mutakin Wali He Hakari He Milkari He Azim Ya Fatahu. We going live today from Moundsville. I'm here at the Indian Archaeological Park, and I'm gonna turn this around so you all can see the mounds and see how beautiful it is out here. So I will show you all the mounds. I'll try to zoom in so you can see the mounds. These are the mounds, and this one here actually is the Indian burial site. Very peaceful and spiritual, very calm and relaxing. I actually had a experience here yesterday that was phenomenal. So I've been here about 3 days, absorbing this energy that is on this planet, right here in our own environment. That's not far away. And that building there is the chief building. That's where the chief lives. And this one, you actually can go up. And I'll post pictures of some of the things that I took later on Facebook. And these just some of them that we have. And there's more that actually have a campground and so forth. And I'll zoom in. All right, now I got to go and set up. So zoom this back now. Y'all can see that one. So while I'm setting up, y'all need to get your Bibles and your pencil and paper. We're going to do the transfiguration today. We're going to be just like Esau when he went up to the mountain and he transfigured and became that being of light. We're going to do the same thing. Now I got to set up. Let's see. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Barke shaky before, barke shaky before, barke shaky before. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Jail Jeff Fasserin, salute, Jail Jeff Fasserin, salute, Jail Jeff Fasserin, salute. We're going to grab our faithful Bible again. We, of course, know that these books called Matthew, Mark, and Luke, we know that wasn't their name, those English names. So you already see the deception already. Pretty sure you can't find anyone in the Middle East that name is Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Then we are going to show a few discrepancies. Well, one discrepancy that each of these people told the story, but of course they were not witnesses during Jesus' time. I hope you all know that. They wrote Matthew, Mark, and Luke off of hearsay. So we're just going to show the discrepancy, but we're going to use Matthew, Mark, and Luke because we're going to learn how to transfigure ourselves into a being of light. We're going to go to Matthew 17th chapter, verse 1 through 13. I hope you got pencil and paper. You're going to learn what these names mean. These 12 disciples, the root word is discipline. They just 12 aspects of yourself. These 12 aspects of yourself had to be disciplined. Then when these 12 aspects of yourself is disciplined, then you become the disciple. That's simple. And this is going to be the last video for a while, because the video I did this morning, you all going to have to take that video and take notes on it and look it over and over and over again. I gave you the key to prosperity from that video. Now I'm going to show you how to transform yourself. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It said, now after 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John, and he said those was his brothers. Well, John, his brother, led them up on a high mountain by themselves. That's very key. Because you're going to do this by yourself. And he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as the light. And behold, keep telling you that word, you got to be bold when you hear that word. Moses and Elijah appeared to them, talking with them. We're going to get to the meaning of Moses and Elijah. I just want to read it. Then Peter answered and said to Jesus, Lord, this is good for us to be here. If you wish, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for you, one for Moses. Okay, all that. Well, we ain't worrying about that. When he was still speaking, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed him, and suddenly a voice came out of the cloud saying, this is my beloved son. It ain't the beloved S-O-N, it's the beloved S-U-N. God doesn't have children. If Jesus did, he never said he was the Son of God, but he did say he was the light of the world. That means he was a S-U-N, a being of light. That's why he was transfigured on this mountain that they went to, which is his high place. When you go and get transfigured, you're going to glow and become this being of light that has told you that light that is hidden within you, which is going to be awakened. In whom I am well pleased. Hear him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were greatly afraid. Now, I'm going to read the other one, but you're going to get to it. When you take these disciples with you, and once we discover who they are, they're going to fall on their face and worship you, because they ain't nothing but your own self that you're doing. These going to be all 3 of these people: Peter, James, John, Moses, and Elijah. That's 5. All these 5 people is just an aspect of yourself. But Matthew said after 6 days. Y'all mark that. Now, Mark says, now after 6 days, Jesus took Peter and James. I told y'all they wasn't there, right? So he say 6, and he say 6. Nah. Johnny come lately, Luke, on 9:28. And now it came to pass about 8 days. So somebody lying. 2 of them say 6. The other one say 8. So he 2 days off. Just to let you know the discrepancy that's in this book. The book has been changed so many times. But just want to bring that out. That's not really what we're here for. What we're here for is to try to see how we can be transfigured. Now y'all got to write this here down. He said he took Peter. Peter is faith. So you got to write Peter's faith. So that's a principle. That's an aspect in you that you're going to have to take with you when you go up to this mountain to try to turn yourself into this being of light. Faith is your feeling. We ain't going to use the word faith. We're going to go to God, to Allah, to the Creator with the right feeling. That's the only thing Peter represents, the right feeling. Then you got to know who James is. James represents wisdom. Can't go to God being stupid. You got to have some kind of knowledge. You got to have a wisdom, and you got to have some understanding, overstanding, however y'all want to call it, of who you are and who the Almighty is. Then you got to have John. John represents love. I went over this morning. You ain't going to do nothing without love. So it said Jesus took them up by themselves. You're going to have to take them up by yourself. You got to take the feeling with you. That's Peter. You got to take the wisdom with you. That's James. And you got to take love, and that's John. You got to do all this within your heart. Go inside. Concentrate on the heart chakra. Keep telling you ain't going to do nothing without the heart. Then they go on, your face going to shine, and behold, Moses going to come see you. What does Moses represent? Moses means to draw out. Draw out what? It's going to draw out that essence, that light of Allah that I told you that got deposited into you at the 130 days, somewhere around there, around about 4 months, once you're in the mother's womb. I keep telling you trying to get back to Allah. So that light is laying dormant. We call that light Nur. But it's been in there. You got to waken it up. You got to rise it up. You got to go and find it from within. Then when you find it, Moses is going to help you draw it out because you got all this knowledge. You understand the oneness of Allah. I kept telling you this morning, y'all going to have to look at the morning tape and then come back and look at this tape. You're going to draw out that essence, that light that's within you, because you already done went there with love in you, and you already got the feeling, and you already got the wisdom. Now it's Moses' time to come and take that light that is laying dormant and draw that light out. When Moses started drawing that light out, then Elijah gonna come. What does Elijah represent? I gave you all yesterday, I am. Elijah represents the spiritual I am, the spiritual awakening. You can look at Elijah as La ilaha illallah. Because I told you, you got to go up there by yourself. You can't take nobody there with you. But you taking these principles, these disciplines of these disciples, they're with you because Elijah is, of course, Elijah did not die either. He just went straight to heaven. Y'all know that. That's why you're going to meet Elijah. Elijah going to take you straight up because it represents that I am principle, that oneness of you coming and you saying that I am the light, I am the sun, I am one with Allah. I know of La ilaha illallah. I know La ilaha illallah. There's no other God. There's no other creation. Allah is the only thing worth of praise. Allah is the only existence. Allah is the only reality. That's the wisdom that you got to take there with you now. Because you're trying to take that soul and reconnect it back that Moses just drew out from you. Then when you get there, these disciples that's in you, ain't no physical people. We're talking about the principle that they represent. John, James, and Peter. What he say they're going to do once you come in here with this understanding? Once you come in here with this knowledge, what you going to do? He said then they're going to fall down on their face, because now you're going to hear the voice of Allah from inside you, because now you going into meditation when you taking these things up to the high place, which is your higher self. This mountain is within you. This mountain is meditation, a raising up to your crown chakra, but you're going to start with your heart, because your heart got to be in it. That's why I told you you're going to take this meditation and concentrate on your heart. What's in here represent what is in here. So now in this meditation that you're doing, that's the only way you're going to see God. He said, you see me, you got to see me in spirit. So you're taking those 3 disciples with you, because you understand now who these disciples are. Then when you keep doing this meditation, keep doing this meditation, keep doing this meditation, give yourself, you can start off with 10 minutes, 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes. It's going to take about 10 or 12 minutes. To get the thoughts to stop twirling in your mind. Then you want to get up to 30 minutes. You get up to 30 minutes in meditation, you're doing something. Then these principles are going to start unraveling themselves. Told you got these 7 chakras. These 7 chakras are going to start opening. As long as you concentrate on here, the rest of them are going to start slowly, that serpent going around that pole. That's what that serpent means. And then that light is going to hit you. Doing the meditation, you're going to hit you right there in the back of your head, back of your medulla oblongata, which is the mouth of God. It's going to be like a pop. You're going to hear it, trust me. Then as you go into this meditation with these people, what they represent, because you're drawing out that I amness, once you get that clarity of that I amness, then you're going to start feeling some kind of liquid that's coming from the crown of your head. You're going to actually feel this. You're going to feel it coming down inside. Whatever they call melanin, whatever they want to call it. You're going to feel this. That's when you knowing you awakening. You're going to experience this yourself. You ain't going to experience this with nobody else. Because you had to go up there. When he took them up there, he had to go up there by themselves. You can't take nobody in meditation with you. You got to do it yourself. But you're going to do it with what? The right feeling. What is it? Knowing that I am a being of light. If y'all even want to use child, okay, just to make it simple. You knowing that you're the child of God. I feel this. I feel this light. I feel this love. And I got the wisdom to know that it is Allah. Which is Allah is love. Love is the greatest force in the universe. Inside of you. And you got this. As the meditation comes more and more, don't miss a day meditating. I don't care if you do it for 3 minutes. Just don't miss a day meditating. Go 40 days. Don't miss a day meditating. I guarantee you, you're going to be a new person. I don't care if you do it for 5 minutes. The effort that you put into it, God is going to do the rest, because he's seeing that you're putting the effort into it, because you're trying to quiet the mind. But we're going to start meditating in the mornings. I'm not going to do any more lectures. We're just going to meditate. So if y'all start coming in the morning, we're going to at least do 10 or 15 minutes worth of meditation every morning. Because the tape that I did this morning, y'all just got to go and rewind the tape and take notes. Now I'm going to give you some colors. Well, I'm going to tell you also, I left this out. Peter is that feeling. I'm going to give you where these places are in your body. See, there ain't nothing outside. Everything is within you. Peter represents the center of your brain. They they call it, okay, I'm going through the third eye. When you go through the third eye, even though you're concentrating here, you know, your pineal gland really sits in the center of your head. So that's what Peter is representing, this pineal gland that sits in the center of your head. That's why when you go in there with the right feeling, as you being a being of light, that center is going to open up. And when that center open up, that's when Allah's energy is going to start coming down, because now you up here at the throne. All right. I'm going to give you a color. The color for Peter is blue. So you can play around with this. You can go in and try to see blue sometime. Cut TV out. You got to do some more meditation. You got to do some more working on yourself. You got to start cheering for yourself. Because there's a battle for your mind. Who are you letting control your mind every day? You letting the football game, basketball game, the TV, the soap opera, whatever. You letting those things control your mind, but then you want to make a change in your life. Then you think you're just going to get on your knees when problems come and just pray, and you ain't giving God no time. God do not want your freaking money just because you get God 10%. God wants your time. That's where he give you free will. To see, are you free, willing, and come to me and sit with me and talk to me and meditate with me? Why are we too busy? So we got Peter. Faith. Forget faith. We don't want to use that word no more. We're using feelings. Because we going in. See the color blue. Then we got James. James is the pit of your stomach. That's why sometimes you get nervous and everything like that. So if you have that nervous feeling, and that's where that wisdom center is, because what you're going to have to do, because that helps you evaluate things and discern things. So now you can go here and you can do a few things right there, because it keep telling you it's the second brain. It's your solar plexus. So it's your solar, you know, like sun. The color there is yellow. Increase la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah got to do with all your 7 chakras. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. All this will start opening up. Then you got John. John is love. So y'all know where that is. It's your heart. The color for John is pink. So we're going to start the meditation in the morning. The meditation, we ain't got time to deal with the root chakra. All of y'all on here is past that. Y'all ain't worried about what you're going to eat and all that mess there. You ain't worried about taking care of children and all that. Children going to be fine. We trying to get somewhere. You're not fighting principalities of this world. You fighting, we ain't going to even get in that. But you're going to have some kind of protection and raise yourself up from this foolishness. So tomorrow we going into the heart chakra. We're going to take this heart chakra, this love, this John. Want y'all to get started tonight. You're going to concentrate on here, and you're going to see this here as a pink rose. When you see this pink rose, the only thing you're going to do is seeing this rose expand. Take it slow. Don't try to go too fast with it. That rose going to start expanding. Just see it expand. That's growth. It's unblocking the heart chakra. You're going to become more and more relaxed. The rose is still growing. It's growing where it's covering up your chest. And you're going to see how beautiful it is. Now you're going to feel this love. Y'all excuse that. You're going to feel this love. You're going to keep seeing this love expand. It's going to be that simple. Concentrate on that heart chakra. This basic stuff. You're going to have to learn this before I can take you and give you some other things. But all of us know this. All of us have this book. We just hadn't been taught the right way about this book. So we're going to go back over it again. Peter represents what? Somebody type it in. What does Peter represent? I'm going to give y'all a minute. First of all, anybody have any questions? Because I can read the comment thing now. I'll answer one or two questions real fast. But I need to know, what does Peter represent? I need somebody to type in what James represent. I need somebody to type in what John represent. Need somebody to type in what Moses represent. Need somebody to type in what Elijah represent. Because these the 5 you got to take with you. You're taking 3, the other 2 going to come meet you. And they're going to tell you that they prostrated themselves when you have came to your true understanding of who you are. There you go. James wisdom. Peter feelings. Somebody tell me what John is. Well, that's love, 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 love. There you go. John is love. You got to have love for everybody, man. You just can't have love for yourself and you choose who you want to love. I went over that this morning. In order to be prosperous, it told you got to love everybody. You got to make it right with your fellow man. You ain't finna get no enlightenment. You ain't finna get no prosperity. If you got beef and you mad with a family member, somebody got to be strong enough and got to be what y'all want to call religious. One of y'all gonna have to be religious and do some calling. Hey, auntie. Hey, sister. Hey, brother. Man, I'm sorry for us getting into this argument or whatever. You did your part. You done made up with them. Whether they accept it is something different. You did what you was told to do. You ain't gonna get no prosperity if you don't do it. I'm telling you. Y'all gonna have to rewind the morning tape. God is not gonna come and do nothing for you if you do not come with divine love. You got to have divine love for one another. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. I pray every morning, tell Allah to bless y'all with the best of this world and of the next. And with the good of this world in the afterlife. You do not have to die in order to get to heaven. You're going to get to heaven while you live. But you're going to concentrate more on this inside you. This love chakra. And you do this one-on-one with you and the man. That's the mountain that you're going to go to, because what's in here is going to come up here. Every time you see the word mountain, it represents your top of your head, your higher self. I told you, Peter is feeling, Peter is the center of your brain. Peter is the center of your brain. The preacher don't tell y'all that when you talk about the 12 disciples, I ain't going to even get into, you got 12 of them. They also represent the 12 months. And we ain't going to get into that. James, the pit of your stomach, your solar plexus. Got to give it to them, Elton. They're just going to have to rewind the tape. That is the last one they're getting for a while. The color is yellow. Your stomach is your second brain. John is your heart chakra. John is blue. When you concentrate on the heart chakra, when you concentrate on the blue, you will start healing. Y'all take some of this knowledge and teach it to your preacher. When you start going in, you got Moses. We call him Musa. He's going to come in. He's going to start drawing out. That's what Moses means, to draw out. Means to draw out in the water. Told you when you was a baby, well, in your mother's womb. Surrounded by that water. All of that fluid. That's when Allah came and took a piece of light of himself and put inside you. You had a spirit, but you did not have a soul. Everything has a spirit, but everything does not have a soul. You did not get a soul until around 130 days in the mother's womb. So Moses finna come and draw that out. That's why when you go into meditation, you opening yourself up because you're going higher and higher. So Moses got to come and visit you. Because people are going to say, man, you look real good. It's just something about you. Yeah, that light starting to shine. Then Elijah represent the consciousness of oneness, that I am. It's funny that he had to come with Moses. Moses asked God, who shall I say sent me? I am. Woo! So hold on, man. If I am sent you, then I'm saying that Elijah is the consciousness of I am. So that means you basically got God there with you. You basically got the man there with you. Because that's who you finna go and see. Because you going inside, because he said you got to talk to me in spirit. And Elijah did not die. Elijah gonna come and talk to you. What did Elijah do? Elijah was just taken up. That's what's gonna happen to you. You just gonna get taken up. The experience is gonna be so great, you're gonna be like, wow, man, why I haven't done this all my life? So that's the whole process of this whole thing. Look at the tape from yesterday, from this morning. I tell you how to be rich. Now you're going to see how to enlighten yourself. You don't have to go to church every Sunday, man. You do not meditate in church. If you don't meditate in church, you're not trying to reach God. You just listen to the pastor. Wait a minute now, but he said if I got to see God, he said I got to come to him in spirit. Jesus meditated, but you don't. But you talk about the man, but you don't do none of the things that the man does. Because you don't want to quiet your mind. Meditation is the key. I done gave you those 3 disciples. Now you got to rewind the tape, and you got to work with them. Just meditate for 5 minutes. Do it for 40 days. You're coming out of Egypt. Told you Egypt represents that want, lack, and limitation. One aspect of it. I'll break the word Egypt down and show you what that is too. Now that's another time. But when he bringing you out, that meditation gonna have the wildness in your mind. Because what is that wildness? The wildness, all these ideals and all these thoughts that's gonna come. They got to be put to sleep. And then you're gonna want to give up because, man, I can't meditate. Take me back to Pharaoh. I can't do this, man. Who the heck told you it was gonna be easy? Meditation is learned. It's a process. It gets easier and easier every time. You're going to go in, sometimes it's going to be wonderful. You're going to go in, sometimes you ain't going to get nothing. That's just how it works. 5 minutes every day, just increase it. But don't skip a day, 40 days. We're going to do this for 40 days. I want y'all to start sharing some of y'all experiences. I know you're going to change because you connecting with the Creator. If you connecting with the Creator, you can't do nothing but change. You ain't connecting with me. You ain't connecting with no other sheikh. You ain't connecting with no preacher. You ain't connecting with no imam. You connecting with the man himself. I don't need to go to the project manager. I don't need to go to the vice president. I don't need to go to the COO. I don't need none of that. I need to go to the man. And that's how you go to him right here, coming out with love in your heart. So before you even try to meditate, now I told you, if you got beef with somebody, you need to squash it. Even if you don't want to call him, everybody got Facebook, send the man a message. Man, I'm asking for your forgiveness for what I did to you. But mean it from the bottom of your heart with pure intent and start watching your life change. We're going to end it right now. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, he bid Allah mean. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malika yawmuddin. Yakana budawa, yakana sting. Even not Sarah Thomas, the King, Sarah Tyler, Theta, and Elohim got remote to be Elohim, Allah, Elohim, Amin. Barke Sheikh Ibra fall, Barke Sheikh Ibra fall, Barke Sheikh Ibra fall. Fall got him. Fall got him. Fall got him. Jeff Fatter Ring Salad. Jeff Fatter Ring Salad. Jeff Fatter Ring Salad. Who? Ya Allahu, Ya Haya, Ya Kahun. I pray that you awaken all the souls that's in participation and on this video, on this call. Open up their heart with divine wisdom, with feeling and love. Bring them close to you. And give them the best and the good of this world and the hereafter. Just call on two of your greatest name. By the blessing of your first creation, Nur Muhammad. That light that is within all. And by the servitude, Sheikh Amadou Bama Sheikh Ibra fall. By the best of the ring salad who? That's a ring follow. They say Amin. Alhamdulillah. And I'll see you all in the morning, 5:30. We're going to do the meditation.